Hello, hello, hello. We'll be doing the energy of Scorpio. There's some heavy stuff here. I was just reading one of my favorite readers posted about some sort of attack on the US. I was reading about that really quick, and then during Leo's reading, we're talking about the moon waning and the mutable moon, and it just really felt like the protection is needed. But how we protect ourselves, I feel like there's going to be a lot of postings about several kind of attacks, psychic attacks. There's going to be several things about, different attacks in different countries. And you could even be having spiritual warfare, feelings. You can be feeling or seeing things in your dreams. Like today, I had a dream about not being able to find my gun to use it for my protection. So it was really, I don't know, it was kind of interesting. So I don't know, like, I do also like the reader that I watched, she was talking about an explosion. I kind of not talk about those kinds of things, but I don't know, I don't know why I'm talking about them right now, especially in Scorpio energy. But Archangel Michael, please protect us as we channel the energy. Continue to channel the energy. I felt an explosion a while back, but I also have been having situations with fire. And I've been told to be more gentle with fire. What does that mean? And I'm really thanking fire, really thanking water for cleansing me, fire for just really being conscious of the elements, conscious of consuming things, conscious of consuming the earth, conscious of fire, water, the consumption of water, and how water it helps us to cleanse our lives. So it's kind of like being in the energy of appreciating, right? But more gratefulness. Okay, so there's a magic surrounding gratefulness at this time, which will make us be reliable and trustworthy. It will also help strengthen our Christ consciousness, especially with one another, because obviously there's going to be uncontrolled forces. The wrath of God has been here for a while, but as above, so below, it's when we're seeing it and feeling it. And there was a big shift, especially during supermoons, the eclipses, right? Because the eclipse is kind of the reflection of the darkness that we as a consciousness can emit. It's not doom and gloom. It's just the truth. It's kind of like a metaphoric or philosophical way of looking at it. And we have to be conscious of that. Of the song that was playing right before I started the video was Meredith Brooks, BITCH. And she starts the song by saying, "I hate the world today. You're so good to me, I know, but I can't change." I mean, and then there's another song right on now that it's by Nickelback. And he was just talking about change. So it's just kind of interesting about the underlying change that we could be feeling that we're not having too much self-confidence about. But also it is the song BITCH by Meredith Brooks brings me in the mind of our versatility, our flexibility as a people, as humans, as the consciousness of humanity. I'm a child, I'm a mother, I'm a sinner, I'm a saint. They're saying whatever you are, whoever you are, however you identify, and we were talking about identification in the Leo ring. We're talking about being an observer, not being tricked into fake abundance, not authentic abundance, right? Creating what that means for yourself during this change, energetically, using your foresight, using your creativity to kind of combat this way that we're gonna be living the world tomorrow, right? Because things like technically tomorrow, any tomorrow, not technically like specifically tomorrow, but I mean there could be something important about tomorrow. I don't know. However, anyways, wow, just went into a rant there channel. So it's about figuring it out. Those in Scorpio energy, it's about figuring things out for yourself. But also, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Scorpio energetically, since I really want to hone in on the energetic. Scorpios are deeply intuitive, okay? And this is probably why I'm going on like this deep rant. And in the energy of Scorpio, we do not shy away from serious topics. And energetically, we can be empathetic, sensitive, curious, and fearless. I don't have Scorpio in my chart, but I feel like right now I'm really swimming in the energy of Scorpio. Now, there are some negative things that come with being in the energy of Scorpio, but if you're aligned, you're going to be passionate, you're going to be independent. Also, Scorpio belongs to the water sign, dynamic. But we have ruling planets as Pluto and Mars, which kind of is more underworldly, right? So kind of more on the fiery side of things. But there's a determination, there's courage, there's loyalty, there is ambition, there's passion, persistence, independence, curiosity. But there is concealment. And there could be some resentment, and there could be some control issues when it comes to low vibe. Oh, one thing about Scorpio's energy, it can be very possessive, very stubborn, and very domineering. Caution. Okay, there's caution. So that is, isn't that what we're kind of talking about? Intimidation. So don't allow things that you see on the news or that you hear to intimidate you. All right. The intimidation here results from the impact of the Mars energy. Okay. And the best way that the masses can be intimidated is that those in power, because I don't want to specifically go there, try to look for the best way to regain control and prevent supposed sudden attack, right? So we're going to hear about it. There's going to be communication about this. We may have already been attacked as a nation in some sort of way. And there's some sort of protection in place, but that's probably macro level. Okay, so let's talk about the micro level, because that's why I do readings. So on a micro level here with the energy of Scorpio, We have to think about the new beginning, the shift, the growth that we're going through spiritually, and then things coming out into the open. Things, and I mean, again, communication. But also communication is all about communicating with one another, okay? It's about not being reactive to certain things, being reliable and trustworthy to a significant other or to those that are in your energy, to your neighbor, being helpful, being active, being ready. Let's see. Let's see what Source reveals to us here. Following the torch of your heart, just really like looking for that, the lighthouse, when the chaos comes. Like, this is such a heavy reading right now. Like, seriously. What is the dilemma for those in Scorpio energy? What is it? I know that last time it came about releasing your fears. Okay, so we had, in the end of Leo reading, we had Scorpio releasing fear, right? Releasing fear, knowing which way to go, which way to turn, and what does that mean? We have the light and we have the darkness. What does that even mean? That means, what path are you going to take? Are you going to take the path of selfishness? Are you going to take the path of love? Moreover, it's about choosing love over fear. And when we are angry, when we are sad, when we are afraid, it's more of us being in the energy of fear. We take that fear, we take that pain, and we transmute it, and we just work through and still keep on keeping on. A very wise woman told me, just keep on keeping on. Even if you feel these feelings of chaos, of resistance. I saw the elk again. This untamed potential. Things are going to change very quickly. Get into physical strength, emotional, mind, body, and spirits, I'm hearing. Balance. Stay in the energy of balance. That will be the dilemma. Choosing the path and staying in the energy of balance. And also being non-dual, which means merging your spirituality or whatever your religious beliefs, spirituality, whatever it is, your situation, together with understanding there's a balance. It's about not being dual, not being in separate, not separating things, and understanding that everything is intertwined. That you can, look at this. So really crazy. The fates. This was flipped over like this. That was already flipped over. The fates. It's destiny. It's, and we have number 17, and number 17 is revelation for me. When I see the number 17 or 17, it's, you can go to Revelation, the book of Revelation for 17. Let's see what the factor is. There could be frustration, psychological blocks being created for mankind, for the self, for enemies, for social, in supposedly the name of social order. All right. The fates fell down again, guys. So let me grab it. So that's what flipped out, the fates, if we weren't sure. If you weren't sure, but that's the dilemma. So it's like, where do you go? Where are you going? What's going on? And what does that mean for you? Well, I really think that they're going with flow. They're saying don't overthink it. And 4-4. Wow. This is, because 4-4-4. We talked about the elements. In the Bible, 4 is a very prominent number. that talks about, and I'm not talking about Bible study, I'm not talking about that. The Bible to me is something that everyone should read and see how it speaks to them. It's going to speak to everybody differently. And then just, apply it to your own life, however you see fit. But what I've noticed is there are 4 major prophets. There are 4 elements. We have east, west, north, and south. 4. So 4 is a major number. Usually in my life, 717, Revelation. So anyways, go with the flow on that. I was talking to someone too the other day, and they were pointing me to 14:14. I can't remember where. Let me see. I'm gonna look it up real quick. She was texting me this. It was just really weird encounter with the lady that I barely know. And so I just feel like I should bring it up. And she was talking about the armor. I was telling her about putting on the armor of God before you actually do anything, even just anything at all. And the crazy thing is, she was pointing me to Exodus 14:14. And I was like, okay, I'm going to look at that later. And when I did, it was talking about the 144. So, which oddly enough, my understanding of 144 is really not just about like these are the chosen people. It's more about you choosing that consciousness, because there's 144 petals in the consciousness of the third eye of the lotus. The lotus can thrive in the darkness, and it's a very vibrant flower that emerges from the mud without really any roots, and it just floats, but it's able to conquer the darkness. And so, many of you, or those in Scorpio energy right now, you can just picture yourself as the lotus, right? Because at the end of the day, that is the fate of the lotus, is to emerge from the mud and to be as beautiful and unique and individual as they're supposed to be. Okay, it's not about anybody being more chosen or loved than the other. It's more about you loving yourself more than someone else, putting yourself first, your self-worth first. And when you do that, you put the Most High first, which that is what the Most High wants for you. So don't overthink all this stuff that you're learning, because your internal wisdom is what's going to get you through what's to come. Let's see what the full moon message is. What is the full moon message for Scorpio? The full moon in Leo, I should say. Let me go ahead and take that, but then oh, wow, nothing flipped. Oh, wait, it did. So we have balance, spirituality, and practicality. So we were talking about that, the balance. Again, we have balance. So we have balance, we have non-duality, choosing your path, accepting your path for many, because many have already chosen a path. Let me be specific in my question. So what is the new... Something must have happened during the new moon, because I keep saying that, which was January 11th. So 2011. Okay. Okay. So what is those in Scorpio energies message for the full moon in Leo energy? The full moon in Leo energy. Please give us their message. Emotions are running high. And like we talked about the super moon. So that is when a lot of things began to happen. Okay. For just everyone. Whatever you keep hearing, don't let it put you in the state of fear. Receive. Let's see. What else? Source, what else? There's a lot of things that want to come out. Be bold and make the first move. And then we have conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. As we talked about, we've concluded that during the full moon eclipse, the last one, which you can go back and see when that was, because at this time I don't remember. I think it was August, September-ish, 2023. So they're saying be bold and make the first move in preparing yourself and protecting yourself and understanding you as yourself. Let's see. Can you clarify emotions are running high? Yeah, the new beginning, the new dawn, the nightingale giving us beaver working hard. So some of you could be working really hard and not paying attention to anything else. I think they want you to spiritually pay attention, to not overthink, to understand that this is a part of what is supposed to happen. And let's clarify, be bold, and make the first move. There is confusion in the energy. So it's getting a bit hard for me to read the energy. It feels like a little bit of a blockage. Archangel Michael, please protect me as I channel the energy for those in Scorpio energy. Please block any interferences and my own bias. And Father God, Holy Spirit, archangels, those of the highest white light to walk with me every single day. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here today. And you may want to call on your spirit guides. You may want to make sure and double check before you are supposedly feeling in a balanced energy. You may want to make sure that you are, and don't overthink whatever it is that comes. I'm looking at a finish line again, but it looks a little murky. Okay, and so I think that there's going to be a clearing. And then after that clearing, there's going to be a revelation, because I feel like there's like this big smoke. And then I see that small smoke clearing. So I feel like there must be an explosion first. It could be literal, it could be philosophical, it could be everything, all the above. Because we have the activation and the initiation of the earth, the universe, and humanity being shifted. Everything's being shifted all together, all at once. All right, let's see. Can you clarify, be bold, and make the first move? Can you clarify, be bold, and make the first move? Can you clarify, be bold, and make the first move? Got the number 17 again. It's gonna be revealed to you. Whatever your life plan is, that's gonna be different for everybody. Whatever your assignment is, whatever your purpose is. Is there something under here? No. Authenticity. Just make sure you're in an authentic energy. And we have timeline. Timeline also came out in a different way in Leo's reading, in the energy of Leo's reading. So I do feel like it's something that's coming very soon. We have autumn and we have the moon. We have 24, which is feeling like it was January 21st, January 24th, holiday. It just feels like the reset. It feels like they're telling you about the reset. They're confirming the reset, the shift. Philosophical, literal, however it is that you want to take it. Whatever that means in your own life. Can you clarify, please? A little bit more. Yeah. Okay. So there's strength, we have and we finish with non-duality again. We have strength, the strength of reaping what you sow and not being the prey, right? Because so like there's the predator-prey situation when it comes to the government or entities, corporations, blah, 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 blah. But then also on the micro level, we have in our households, who are those predators, or at schools, which is more of an institutional thing. But looking at that, and understanding that balance for that is coming eventually after a time of revelation. And then simultaneously, Source is asking you to stay on your path by not being the prey to whoever the predator is at the time. And that's going to be different for everyone, you know, and depending on where you are in your journey. And then it says a new romantic cycle begins. So justice, okay, and justice was coming down through the ethers since the eclipse. We have another confirmation there. Your dreams need a practical plan. We are just feeling Taurus energy, so that'll probably be the next reading. I don't know if it'll be today or tomorrow. We'll see. But I want to leave you with your full moon in Leo message, which is be bold and make the first move to be authentic. Accepting of what that means, okay? So if you need an individual reading, because it was a little broad, a little expanded, however, take that and put that where it fits in your life and don't make it fit, okay? I hope I helped heal at least one person in the world today. And Scorpio energy, those who were compelled to watch it because of the title, I sure hope it was you. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. I am grateful. Bye.